What's going on, champs and champettes? It's FireMonkey here, and we've officially started to get some teasers and stuff for the next week in Fortnite, such as what's going on in terms of new sprites. So in today's YouTube video, I'll be giving you a rundown of all that brand new information that you should be aware of going into the next update of Fortnite. Now, some of these I do believe could happen without an update, however, other parts of it do require an update in order to happen, so it's going to be a little mixed bag of things that can already happen before there's even a downtime, and stuff that can't happen until a downtime actually occurs. Starting off, we have this image over on the right side of the screen that shows us this entire upcoming week recapped. So we're going to be having a Mastery Monday as we typically do over on July 13th. On July 16th, which is going to require a downtime update as far as I'm aware, we're going to be having a new Sprite Day, which actually gives us the Air Sprite and also gives us the brand new Summer Batman Sprite in the game. Now, something else to mention is that as you can see in the shiny hours over on Saturday, July 18th, we have the 7 Sprite as well. That is one of the sprites where if I go in the quest menu over here, you can see it is one of the other ones that are kind of like in the menu right now that haven't officially released. So it's definitely interesting to see these new sprites get added and to see potentially the 7 Sprite releasing alongside the Air and Summer Batman sprites as well, just because of it being used in that official key art image. And as we've seen before, whenever Epic Games said new Sprite Day, they actually don't tease absolutely every sprite coming, because some of them end up being little surprise drops once that update actually comes out. But after that, we of course already have mentioned that we're going to be having a shiny hour on Saturday, July 18th. Now, to explain what a shiny hour is, thinking about it like shiny hunting in Pokemon. This is going to be a power hour dedicated to all of the different variants that have already been enabled in the game. So holofoil, gold, gummy, and galaxy variants will become more and more common, and you'll be able to find them more often as you're opening up chests and everything. And it's going to be something where the default version of things are actually going to be the more rarer versions to actually end up finding. So if you're looking for any of the different variants, this is going to be the power hour for you. Now, of course, how it's going to work is that every single variant, such as Galaxy, Gummy, the actual gold version, and even the holofoil version, they'll all have the exact same drop percentage. So whenever you open up a chest that would give you a sprite, there's going to be a percentage that it could be any of the different variants. However, there's not going to be one that's like more common than the other. All of them are basically going to show up at the exact same time, which is interesting talking about these power hours, because I know with the holofoil power hour, it's been kind of a hit and miss for some people. Some people reported not getting any holofoils at all during the entire power hour and feeling like, you know, it was kind of like a scam in a way, while others felt like they got them too quickly and they had no reason to even participate in the power hour. So I'd love to hear in the comments down below, what do you think about these power hours? And then finally, on Sunday, July 19th, the day after the power hour, we'll be having the final kickoff. Now, this is going to be related to the FIFA World Cup stuff going on, and while we're unfamiliar with what's actually going to be happening during the final kickoff, something I thought I would mention is that the soccer toy icon that you actually saw in there was like a shiny blue version. It's a version that never released because it was originally intended to be used for UEFN/creative maps that wanted to use those toys, right? It was supposed to be a way for them to go ahead and allow people to use those toys without actually owning the Battle Pass versions of them or whatever. So it's interesting to see how they're using that in the official key art image. Now, something to mention here is that it's not in every single version because some of the other languages don't actually have that ball mentioned in there at all. But it would be cool to see if it's like a login reward. You know, there's the soccer toy that, you know, is very shiny and everything else, and to celebrate the FIFA World Cup and to celebrate, you know, like the soccer sprite or I guess striker sprite being more common on the island, they could go ahead and make it so that that toy is just a login reward. Now, in some cases, you know, some people could say it's just a reskinned version of the original Battle Pass toy, and regarding where that discussion would lead, I don't really know. You know, it's entirely for you guys to discuss in the comments down below or with other people online, but it's something that I honestly wouldn't mind, right? You know, toys are something that we haven't seen Epic Games really do much with in a long time now, and considering the fact that we had certain things such as the companions being revamped versions of sidekicks, or I guess not sidekicks, but pets in the game, and those were originally backlings, I wouldn't be surprised if Epic Games decided at some point to try reviving toys for a little bit. Imagine if we got like a new bottle flip toy or new versions of all the toys, like the golf toy and all that stuff that had released before, you know, in order to make it so even people who weren't OGs back then had some toys they were able to actually use. Because the only time we've actually seen a toy sold in the item shop before has been the basketball toy with a back hoop, like, you know, mini basketball court hoop back bling, and then we also had the pigskin football back bling, that, or not back bling, but toy that got released entirely for free. But other than that, we haven't really seen any toys in a very long time, so hopefully this is the odd revival of toys coming to the game. Now, on top of the Summer Batman topic, let's go ahead and show this small teaser on screen. It's like a 3-second 2-second clip, but this is our first glimpse at the summer Batman skin and Batman's sidekick that you'll be able to get in the item shop at the same time. Considering the fact that this teaser has a full-blown little like cinematic teaser thing going on, you know, well, I said teaser too many times, but considering the fact that it has like a full-blown like animated thing, I guess you would say, in the actual image, I wouldn't be surprised if this ends up being what the actual summer event for this season's going to be, which I think would make it like one of the first times we've had a summer event in Fortnite after Epic employees have come back from vacation, because originally people thought the Gone Wild summer event, which was mainly focused on sprites, was the only part of the summer event that we're going to be getting. However, seeing how we're getting these new DC skins, potentially, you know, the Batarang or something like that re-returning as an item in Battle Royale and more, just makes it seem like this would be the perfect time for them to go ahead and have a proper summer event, even if it is advertised as like a collaboration summer event the whole entire way through. With that said, hope you champs and champions enjoyed today's YouTube video. Hope you're excited to see some new content coming out very soon with the next downtime update. If you are excited, consider subscribing to support the content I create and stay up to date with everything Fortnite, because in the next game update we'll of course be doing our showcase and talking about new leaks here and there. So until next time, I'll catch you champs and champettes a little bit later in another upload. Until then, however, peace out.